Hello, hello, beautiful humans. I am Amy Benosi, and I help women come home to themselves, to their purpose, and to their soul's work. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you are back, welcome back. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate it, and I'm glad that you're enjoying what you're hearing. So, today I wanted to talk about choice and decision. And this is something that has recently come up for me personally as my business has evolved and as I've shifted my actual business. I've had to make certain choices and certain decisions, and sometimes they were uncomfortable. But here's what I've learned. Through this, I learned that nothing truly shifts until you make that decision. And I'm not talking like a wishy-washy, hopeful, maybe I'll try type of decision. This is like soul level, like you can feel it in your body, full body goosebumps type of decision. And if you don't feel that physically, I will say that's okay. It doesn't mean that you haven't decided. But I would encourage you to maybe get curious about that, because let me just share this personal example with you. So recently I have been working with an energetics teacher, coach, mentor, and one of the things that she's talking about is like, one of the things she says is choose, move, and have faith and trust. Choose, move, have faith and trust, okay? In order to bring things to creation, in order to make things happen. So I thought I was choosing what it was that I wanted to be doing, who it was I wanted to be speaking to, who it was I wanted my message to be received by, and who I wanted to work with. And I was taking action, making moves from that place, and things hadn't been working. And so I got to this place where I asked her, like, okay, I get what you're saying, but does there come a time, like, how do you shut off the part of your brain that says, okay, but I've done this before, so maybe I'm like, how do I trust this? How do I still have faith? And her answer, poignantly, was very simple. You choose. You choose to change that story. And that simple statement was so incredibly powerful for me. And I have been repeating this to myself since then. I've been saying, I choose to trust and have faith that what I am working on and what I desire will come to fruition. I'm choosing that. Does it mean that the old story isn't there, or that there's no fear or no resistance to show up? Hell no, right? Like, that still might come up, but instead of being in this space of like, like, I want this, like, I am the type of human, right? Because I phrase things in the present, right? But let's say, for your reference, let's say you are thinking, I want to do work and have a career that is fulfilling and that lights me up and that I can make money doing what I love. Okay, so you might shift that into, I am the kind of human who knows my soul's desire, who shows up for my soul's work, and who is building a successful business with that and leading a life that I love. Okay? That's a long statement, but you would have to boil that down a little bit. But you would take that and then make your moves, right? What do I need to do that? Now, here's what happens when you're in the energy of kind of believing it, or like you've said it, but you're still questioning, can I really do it? Or do I actually trust? Do I actually have faith this could work because it hasn't worked in the past? Or all of those things in your head, that is the energy that you are carrying into the work. That's the energy when you are in that second stage of show up. That is, or move, right? That second stage of show up, move, do the thing. You're carrying this wishy-washy, I'm unsure energy. And so for me, this wasn't too long ago that she and I were talking about this. And for me, making that clear decision of I choose, like I know what it is that is my soul's work, okay? And I know that I want to bring the right energy into that work, into helping you figure out, right? What is that place inside of me? What is at my deepest connection point? What is it that I truly desire? How do I want to show up in the world? What is my soul's work? What is the divinity within me desiring? And in order to show up and do that effectively and get my message out there and have it received by you amazing humans, I need to choose, or I chose to choose, faith and trust. So what I've also learned through this is that, first of all, you're not alone, right? Like if this is something you struggle with, making a decision, making a choice, going back and forth, you're not alone. And you're not necessarily doing it out of fear. I think there is a little bit of fear there because what if you choose something and it doesn't work? You'll feel you chose the wrong thing. Pause and hear this. There is no wrong way. There is no wrong answer. And that takes like all of the pressure off, right? But deciding, making that declaration makes it real. And it reconfirms to your brain, oh yeah, we're really doing this. And then you take the action, you make the moves, and your brain's like, oh shit, yeah, we are really doing this, right? And so we know that the universe matches our energy, and we know that the universe responds to specificity and to clarity. And when we are in that state, when we declare, when we make a decision and choose and stay in that space and make the moves from there, the energy will move. The support shows up. You start embodying the version of you who already lives that truth. You start embodying the version of you who already lives that truth. That's where I feel like I am. Like I made this decision and now I'm showing up as her. Like I'm doing these videos, right? And then it has a ripple effect. And so it may not be immediate. Like I'm not saying that all of a sudden because I'm showing up as this version and making moves from this place of clarity that I'm going to see the results immediately. But what I am saying is that I trust and that I have faith and that I am willing to do that process. What are you willing to choose? Right? Because when you choose, the moment you say, this is who I am now, I am the kind of person who trusts. I am the kind of person who has faith. Maybe for you, it's I am the kind of person who focuses on my health. I am the kind of person who prioritizes my well-being. Whatever it is, once you say it and you declare, this is who I am now, the world begins to reflect it back to you. And that is how this process of choosing, moving, and then having faith, and there's some other like sub processes in there, that's how it all comes full circle. So to close this up, I got very vulnerable today and I shared something new that I've learned. And y'all know that I don't bullshit, I keep it real. And so that's why I'm showing up for you. But here's what I want to ask you. Are you ready? What is something that you haven't decided yet? What is a decision that you need to make? What are you tolerating? What are you tiptoeing around? What are you holding back? Like keeping inside of you? Where in your life are you not deciding that today is the day? Now listen, you don't have to like take all the actions today, right? But sit with this, get quiet. For me, this is where my energetic practice comes in. This is where really activating my, different energy centers, my sacral chakra specifically, making heat there, right? Because that's the space of creation, and that is this, what I would consider like the seat of your soul. That's incredibly helpful too, if that's a practice of yours. But getting quiet and really pondering that, like, where am I not making a choice? Or where have I said I've made a choice, but in my mind, I'm actually second guessing it? And maybe even do some journaling around that. I think journaling can be a great practice. That's what I did to help me make this decision that I've recently declared very boldly. I am showing up as me, and I am not holding back any parts of me, and I am being bold and making bold moves and taking big action. And I know that I have so much clarity in that decision that it is fueling the right energy into those bold moves that I'm making. And I want you to be able to say the same. I want you to take those steps. I want you to trust and have faith and know that it is already happening for you. The other thing that I chose to do with this is literally speak it out loud. So I looked in the mirror and I declared my choice. And I said, I am the kind of human who, and I filled in my blanks. And I've been doing it multiple times a day, not necessarily in the mirror, but multiple times a day. Because to me, it's like, it's a reclaiming. Anything that you're choosing now, it's existed before, and it's a reclaiming. It's something you've forgotten that was yours, and that was how you choose to show up in the world. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you are ready to make these kinds of decisions, and you are ready to choose and to move and to, take bold action and to make shit happen and to have trust and faith, and you don't want to do it alone, or maybe you just need some support. You want to know what I'm talking about when I say energetic practice, or you need somebody to help guide you to the clarity that you're seeking, come find me. Go to my website, reach out, find me on Instagram, send me a message or an email, because the coaching I do, the retreats, the women's circle, all of it exists for you, and all of it exists to help bring you back fully to yourself, to your purpose, and to your soul's work. So with that, I would love if you feel so inclined to comment below with whatever that decision is that you're ready to make. Declare it right here, or message me if you want support. I love you. The world needs your light, and your soul knows the way.